So I want you to think about it. Close your eyes right now and think about, how do you want to feel on January 1st? Do you want to feel run down, bloated, blah, starting another diet again? Or do you want to be happy and content in your food choices, knowing what to eat, when to eat, how much to eat for your specific body, feeling confident that you navigated the holiday season to the best of your ability? If you've jumped from one diet to another year after year, frustrated that you can't stick with it, there's another way. You don't have to live in that dieting cycle. So imagine, just close your eyes, imagine what it would feel like to wake up on January 1st without feeling like you have to start over. Such a good feeling, right? Without feeling guilty for maybe things that you have eaten. And it doesn't have to be on January 1st. Maybe it's the day after Thanksgiving or Christmas as well. If you feel like it is impossible to get to the other side, I want you to know that the secrets that I'm sharing with you today work, and they've worked for countless other students of mine, and they can work for you too. So I just want to preface it with that. So before I dive into the 3 feel-good secrets that you have to know, I want to tell you about a couple of my students because I think it might resonate with you, and I want to see if you connect with any of these. So my students and clients have followed these secrets to transform their relationship with food and never feel better. So one of my students, Nicole, went from feeling unstoppable around a box of cookies on her cheat day, and then felt really guilty and remorseful. And now, after going through the nutrition training program, she confidently can eat a couple of cookies without an ounce of guilt, prioritizing her health, knowing how to include that into her diet in a well-balanced way. Let me tell you about Melissa, but first of all, actually, before I tell you that, has anybody ever kept foods specifically out of their house because they feel like they can't keep them in close proximity to themselves? You don't trust yourself to keep a pantry full or a fridge full of food. That's how Melissa was. She went from keeping all fun foods out of the house to keeping a very bare fridge to having an abundance of food around without binging on them, all by shifting her mindset. And if it seems impossible for you, I want you to know that it is possible, and it has happened for other people as well. Now, countless clients have come to me as constant counters. Maybe this is you. I see this all the time from people. You make your decisions based on a calorie allotment, a point allotment, macros, net carbs, calories, whatever you're counting. If this is you, maybe you're a counter too. This is so common. It can become an obsession though, and it can almost become like a game to keep the number as low as possible. And maybe you lose a few pounds, but it's also important to consider what else you lose in the process. So maybe you're tracking points throughout the holiday season, but what else is missing from your holiday season that you could gain back if you weren't constantly obsessed with tracking your points? If you're like one student of mine, you might have even lost your period, been exhausted, hidden from any social life because of your counting. Counting and relying on external numbers doesn't foster trust with your body, so how will you know when to eat? Instead, you can learn to trust your own body.